All right, so I've got an assessment right here, a little formative assessment that's just 3 questions, and I want to give it in Mastery Connect. Now, here is the file right here on my desktop, and I'm going to show you how to create it in Mastery Connect. Now, it's an Algebra 2 assessment, so remember, anytime we create, we always go to Maps to create. So if we're creating an assessment, we go to our Maps to create the assessment. Now it's an Algebra 2 assessment, so I'm going to click on my Algebra 2 map, and then I'm going to go up here to the orange hamburger menu and click Add Assessment. And I'm going to create a new one. Now this assessment is a single standard, okay? And you can click right here to view the standard just to make sure it's the correct one. Now I'm going to call this Exponent 3-question formative assessment. Now you see I've named this in such a way that it is in great detail. You don't want to just call it Topic 3 Test, right? Put a lot of detail. Now in the description you can say Topic 3 Test if you want. Assessment source, I'm going to upload a file, and the file is that one on my desktop, so I'm going to say choose file from my computer. And there it is, Algebra 2 Formative Assessment. Okay. Now, I'm going to always choose Share with the Community if it's available. If not, then the district. Okay. Now, it's multiple choice. There's 3 questions. All 3 are on the same standard. Number 1 is A, number 2's answer is B, and number 3's answer is A. Now, I have to decide how many points I want this quiz to be. If I want this quiz to be 100 points, then I'm going to make the first question worth 33 points, the second question worth 33 points, and the third question worth 34 points, and you see that gives me a total of 100. Mastery is 80, near mastery is 66. Okay? You can change those to whatever you want them to be, but I'm talking about the point values here. And then I click Create Assessment. Okay? Now, every time you create an assessment, you always need to go over here to where it says Apply Updates, because currently the only place this assessment is in my map. If I want to put it in my trackers, you can see right here, if I want to give it first, second, and third period, I click Apply Updates. If I only want to give it first and second period, I'd uncheck third period. Now, when I click Apply Updates, it dumps that assessment into first, second, and third periods trackers. Okay, so I've created the assessment. I've applied my updates. The last part is I need to give the assessment. So how do I do that? Let me go make sure that it applied the updates. I'm going to click it one more time just to be sure. Yeah, good. So now I'm going to go to the tracker. Let's say I want to give my assessment first period. So I'm going to go to first period's tracker. Remember, when you want to create, you go to Maps. When you want to assess, you go to Trackers. So I'm going to click on first period. And you can see right here is the standard it assessed. And right above it is a little 1. This 1 means there's one assessment that correlates to this standard. So I'm going to click Assess. And then here is the Exponent 3-question formative assessment I just created. So I'll click Assess here. And this is the code I'll use in the class to give to the students. Now let's say I give this first period. Well, as soon as every student in the class has taken the assessment, I need to click this Generate New ID. What that does is kill the old ID so students can't get in it and cheat. But now students can use this ID to get into the assessment. So watch this. When I click Generate New ID, that old ID goes away, and now this one goes to the same assessment. So as soon as your class is done taking the assessment, you always want to click Generate New ID just to prevent cheating.